so
Judd
that's
Trump
fun.
is 2 frames away from career ranking title number 21. He leads Jack Lisowski 7-1 as the German Masters final continues this afternoon.
One.
And that's a good start.
Oh, that's a beauty. A real confidence builder, that one.
The World Grand Prix final, he was 7-2 down to Trump, reeled off 4 frames in no time. Lost eventually 10-7, but the way he plays, if he can get on a roll, you just never know.
Now, I didn't see that match, but I heard that he had a chance of levelling it at 7 each. And Judd Trump pinched that one. He's out of position, so that long red, that good long red. He attempted the plant there, and that red coming over the pocket.
You know, they're both outstanding when they're playing at their best, but Trump has a much better B game.
One.
And also, of course, he's used to winning.
Yeah, I agree. Another couple of close ones. But that's a miss. And that's what's got to happen.
Also, Trump needs to focus to get the job done. He can't allow himself to think it's just a formality.
One.
Absolutely not. Things can change around, and he knows that.
Nine.
Anthony goes into them. He's got to attack. He's got to try and make things happen. And that's a pretty good shot. He's on the red.
17.
Played it well.
He's only had 1/2 century the whole day. That was in the frame he won, frame 2, 67.
He's played
25.
it well. Nicely on the blue. Now,
31.
flying, going easy. And they used to play together quite a lot, these two. And he can reel off frames in minutes.
Jack Lisowski.
That could cost him dearly.
46.
This is the problem. 48 in it then.
One.
Yes, and already he'll be pinning his hopes on the yellow.
The great players are in. When he gets to finals, you just expect him to win.
6.
I remember I read that he missed to the right middle to beat Ronnie O'Sullivan. Missed the pink against Neil Robertson. Great to watch. Maybe you can just touch those 2 reds.
12.
Reasonably rapid, as you'd expect.
He's got the angle to disturb them. It's no problem just to drop him behind them. To hit them that time round.
28.
He thinks it goes.
36.
On the red to play up for the green.
44.
He may have attempted just to give it a little nudge there. To win it.
Well, at least he comes back to the table.
Judd Trump 50.
2 points in it.
This is safety for Trump.
Testing a second successive ranking final.
Foul. And the miss. Judd trump four. From there, Judd, yeah. Foul.
It's
And the
like the
miss.
same shot.
Judd trump four.
Now then,
Back to where it was, yeah. Brendan, can you bring...
Now
Foul
he'll be
and
warned.
miss. Judd trump four.
and all these points heading up.
Yeah, but the last two were from a different position than the first one.
He wants it back, all right. Just checking the rules there. Yeah, now it's going to be warned. Rob Spencer, the referee, just explaining how it all works.
Yeah, he could have played that the first time, but I say reasonably because it's Trump at the table. Well, that's what we like about them both. This could be good. And he's happy with that.
A few frames like this today, but they've all been won by Trump. Seventh frame was a huge one. Lisowski missed the blue. He would have potted it.
£14 the difference. To give too many more fouls away.
Foul and a miss.
Doesn't want to come past the yellow. Going to miss it the other side where he did before. And that's the danger of that shot. Hitting it not really a problem.
Played Trump, he's played Neil Robertson twice, and Mark Selby on the other occasion.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it, David? You're always going to be playing somebody good.
Yeah, and they're all proven winners, aren't
Now, it doesn't want the kiss. Great pot. Great pot. But not so good a kiss. Could play the snooker in behind the black in case he missed it.
Fine.
Oh, he's so good at that cutback. He played one earlier today and it was a beauty, and that was as well.
So one snooker required. Otherwise, Trump's won from the title.
Yes, one snooker required, and it's Trump that's got it.
Four.
When we looked at him in his seat, 5-1 down to Barry Hawkins yesterday, Trump this is, of course, he summoned up those 3 centuries, closed the match out,
No.
and now he's surely going to be the winner. Thing is, winning's fun. He's discovered that the last couple of years. He's won this frame, and he's one away from winning the tournament once again. Another close frame goes to Judd Trump. He leads Jack Lisowski 8-1. Been an interesting week. We didn't have that many top players here. A few lost on day one.
Playing the more aggressive safety, opening the reds up, but he's caught them too thick.
The trophy, it's been named in honour of Brandon, who passed away sadly last year. He was promoter of the event, named this event in his honour. He did so much to take snooker to Germany and establish this event. Of course, we're not in Germany this year, but we will be back at the Tempodrome.
6. 7.
In fact, he was in twice. Went into them a couple of times and then missed the red to the middle.
50.
Played some great snooker this week. In fact, he's played some great snooker last couple of months.
Really destroys your confidence when you keep losing the close ones. All right, taking this red to the middle.
39. 45.
Maybe try and leave an angle on this red to open the reds up. Oh, the baulk colours.
53.
Well, he did do, but he's hit it too hard.
Judd, Lisowski. 53.
Giving themselves some insurance with a safe ball. May not make any difference. Sometimes it does.
His trump's taken the red on, but anyway, he's got to pot this.
1.
Well played.
7.
And as you said, David, he did himself a favour not missing the snooker because into the pack of reds.
Yeah, it's the strange thing about snooker. You can play a bad shot and you can profit from it. The final, we'll still be talking about it in 30 years. Right now, it's just frame by frame, try and make things a bit more respectable. Try and...
$27.
It's just got this sort of easy style, hasn't it? Of course, it's not easy. Sometimes it looks like it is.
30.
And that's why so many people in the sport want him to do well, because he's great for the game. The fans come back.
38.
He's one of the players they want to see.
39.
As you say, he does make it look easy, but he's got that thing. He doesn't look as though he's trying after it.
46.
Just gets down, knocks it in.
I wondered if he might try and out-trump Trump with a few flare shots here, but he's just... likes to play off the knuckles of the middle pockets in situations like this. It didn't quite work out there, but he could still pot this, knowing Jack. Or maybe not. But he's won a frame.
53. And the frame.
2 breaks of 53. In between, Trump had a go at the long red. So Lisowski's pulled one back. Trump now leads 8-2.
So, Judd Trump with a chance to win the top.
Yeah, he went to the Northern Ireland Open in 2018, having not a years plus a couple of months.
6.
Masters in that. Yeah, and if he wins tonight, this will be his 4th already this season.
Little switch to right-handed.
12.
to be able to open the Reds up. The way he played the shot there,
28.
he gave himself choice of 2 Reds.
On the all-time list, so he's creeping up on some of the real greats of the game in terms of ranking titles. Pot success tells its own story.
42.
Well, that's certainly opened things up a little bit more. Enough open Reds now to win the tournament. Right in the middle of the pocket. And again, played that cue ball into a place.
54.
Well, he's shown all sides of his game, not only in the scoreline but psychologically as well. He was out of this tournament, wasn't he, yesterday? 5-1 down, being outplayed.
3 centuries on the bounce, but the important one was the clearance that he got in the next frame. It was a really difficult clearance. And
it's a great shame we're not in Berlin, but what we've proven in these months in Milton Keynes is the game on the table is still in great shape, and it is Judd Trump.
68.
And of course, it's bang in the middle.
never looked like...
What's impressive is whatever the event, I don't think he ranks them outside the World Championship, obviously, which is the games Davis had, that Hendry had, and now Judd Trump has it as well.
75.
Lisowski took on that long red.
80.
Left a little cut back for Judd. Only 2 or 3 reds out. And as David said, he is a winning machine. Sees that winning line and races for it.
90.
Yeah, he's become a complete player, isn't he? There's no weaknesses now. The future looks bright for Judd Trump. This will be his 4th ranking title of the season.
98.
It's made up for it here in this German Masters.
Well, we'll applaud him as well. Now we get the fancy stuff.
That's the other thing. He's an entertainer as well as a winner.
110. 114. 190.
Has the pink finished yet?
On the match.
Just about 119 from Judd Trump. Yet another title for the world #1. It's ranking crown number 21. His 4th of the season. This great run that Judd Trump is on shows no signs of coming to an end. He's beaten Jack Lisowski 9-2 to win the German Masters for a 2nd year running.
Well, we've seen some great action here at the BuildBet German Masters this week, but as with all tournaments, there has to be a winner and there has to be a runner-up. On this tournament, that is Jack Lisowski. Jack, firstly, commiserations. Last night, you said to me that to win this final today, you'd have to take your opportunities and win those tight frames. And unfortunately for you, Judd proved he's just too good at doing exactly that, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really happen for me today. I knew, like I said, I had to win the close ones, and I think maybe I lost a few of them, and maybe, you know, I got a little bit down on myself because I knew that was my only chance. So maybe I can learn from that, but, you know, it just wasn't really happening for me, and Judd's so comfortable in this position. You know, I'm trying so hard to win my first one. It's like every final such a massive thing for me, but he's just he's just in the final pretty much every tournament. So he was just like in cruise control today, and yeah, it's tough to be on the end of, but because you've got to play so well to just compete. I don't feel like I played that badly, and he just trashed me 9-2. So yeah, back to the drawing board. But it's been a great week for me. Another final, back-to-back finals. My game's going in the right direction. So I want to thank my sponsors. I want to thank Barry Hearn, Board Snooker, everyone behind the scenes. You guys are sort of doing an amazing job in this with what's happening in the world. And yeah, it's just nice to be competing, and disappointing today, but like I said, my game is going in the right direction.
Yeah, well, you've mentioned it there, and I think you can look on it as a big positive, really. That's 2 consecutive ranking event finals. The tournaments now until the end of the season come really thick and fast. And, you've got to be positive looking forward to those tournaments coming up.
Yeah, I'm not going to get too down on myself, but there's a lot coming up, like you said, and it's a good time to be hitting form. I'm definitely doing that, and hopefully I can nick a title soon if I don't keep running into Judd in the finals.
Well, a word for your victor this evening. You've grown up alongside Judd. From your perspective, what is it like to watch him growing and developing into this great champion that he's becoming?
Yeah, it's nice to nice to watch. But I'd be lying if I said wasn't trying to beat him every time I played him. Yeah, he's just he's having just an unbelievable season again, and he's playing pretty much the best snooker ever, and he's turning into pretty much the best player ever. So I've just got to try and work out how to try and get closer to him and compete with him. So that's the challenge, and yeah, it's there's worse things to be doing, I guess.
There certainly are. Well, commiserations again, Jack. Your runner-up, Jack Lisowski. And to our winner once again. Judd, first of all, just talk us through your performance in today's final.
Firstly, just want to thank all the hard work that Brandon Parker did for all the tournaments in Europe. Probably wouldn't even be on if it wasn't for him. So a big word for Brandon and his family. Today was tough, really. Me and Jack, it was a bit of a struggle, really. Jack got in the first frame. He missed the ball, and then after that was probably just a little bit uncomfortable, really. And it's hard playing each other, really. There was times in the last final last month where Jack really got going, but it's hard to really relax and get comfortable. So, I mean, it was a tough final. It was probably a little bit flattering to be 9-2, to be honest. There was a lot of close frames that could have gone either way. And it's just probably the experience of being in that situation. I know how big the frames are, and just give it that extra couple of percent at crucial times. So, I mean, it was a tough game. Even though it was 9-2, it probably could have been sort of 6-3, 5-4, really. Yeah, Jack's improving all the time. He's doing the right things, and sooner or later he's going to win a big one.
I was going to ask you about that, because that's the second consecutive final. First time in 26 years, consecutive ranking event finals have been contested by the same 2 players. That shows he really is getting there, and he will get that title, won't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's run up against me, Neil, and Mark Selby, I think, in the final. So, I mean, if he keeps putting himself in that position, he'll get an easier draw or whatever, and or he'll beat me. When you keep putting yourself in that position, I'm sure he'll go away from this. No one likes to lose, and he'll go away, practice harder, and next time, who knows? I'm sure he won't want to be losing to me again. So, I mean, it's nice to be playing him in the final nowadays. This is kind of something, when I was growing up, what I expected. I come through a little bit quicker than he has, but now he looks like he's finally arrived, and I kind of knew growing up he was probably the only player that would ever test me if I was playing well, and that could beat me when I was playing well. So I know how highly I rate him. I've seen him in practice. I've seen him put the work in, and it's only a matter of time before he wins these big events.
Certainly is. That is your 12th ranking title in 24 months. It's your 4th this season. We've spoken about this before. You broke the record with 6 last year. 6 this season, or could you go further?
I don't know. I didn't really set any targets this year. I just wanted to enjoy my snooker, and that's what I've done. I've managed to get, I think, my 6th ranking event already, final, this season. So it's been incredible. I just keep going away, putting the hard work in, just no time off. You can't give yourself any time off. I've sort of scraped through this week. It wasn't pretty at times, and I think it was just down to being mentally strong and know how hard I've worked to put myself in that position that I was able to get over the line in most of the games.
And this week, we've all missed Berlin. We've all missed the Tempodrom and the amazing atmosphere that the German snooker fans over there really creating that amazing venue. I know that they're all watching. They've all watched it all week this week. They've loved the action despite it not being in the Tempodrom. A word for those fans over in Germany.
Yeah, I mean, they're some of the best fans in the world that we play in front of, and it's always a privilege every year to go there. It's one that I always get excited for, just when you're stepping foot in the airport, knowing that you're going there to play in that tournament. The crowds are always amazing from the very first round. So it's got a special place in my heart, especially after winning last year, and obviously very proud to win here and be able to go back there hopefully next year with a smile on my face and defending the title in front of that crowd.
Absolutely, we should look forward to that. Well, congratulations, Judd. There is only one thing left for me to do. Judd, collecting prize money of £80,000, the winner's medal, the Brandon Parker Trophy, and the title of 2021 BuildBet German Masters Champion, the ace in the pack, Judd Trump.
As I say, could have lost to Barry Hawkins, who's banging trouble, but that was a great motivating factor, I guess, for Trump to turn it round in the semis. And today, he's got the win, 9-2, so he's defended the title. Judd Trump in 2021, once again, the German Masters champion.